In the filmmaking space, there are so many directions you can go to fill your creative tank. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why I went the direction of a video production company and also talk about some of the things I really struggled with. And if you're interested, make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you can learn more about my 10K subscriber giveaway. So the first question we got to answer is, what is a video production company? When we think about videography versus video production, there are a few key elements to remember. Videographers are asked to capture what they're filming based on what's happening around them. This usually means they are by themselves and there's no real direction as to what should be captured versus what should not be captured. You just kind of hit the record button, point the camera in the direction of the action until it's done doing what it's doing. They usually manage the camera and visuals only. Because there's limited conversation prior to the shoot, they really aren't able to tell a definitive story about what's happening. They kind of just go in and focus on making it look as good as possible, which is great. But more times than not, without good communication, if it's not what the client is thinking, they won't be satisfied. They usually also work solo. As mentioned before, they are usually a one-man band doing everything to get the job done. This is either a hit or a miss when it's time to deliver the final product to the client. They also only really use whatever light is available in the location. Not always the case, but more times than not, they aren't walking in with C-stands and lights to create a look. They are using whatever light is available at the location and doing their best to create what they can. I remember way back in the day when I used to shoot clubs and parties, like, bruh. It was pitch black, completely random, and hard to satisfy the client. This is like the best way for me to describe what a videographer has to deal with. You just go in and shoot with zero control of what's happening, then hope for the best. Video productions are quite different in terms of their involvement and usually have larger productions. They speak with the client to understand what their pain points are and figure out how content will solve those issues. This is often overlooked. When we think about video production, we tend to go straight to equipment and frame rates and composition and all these technical terms that the client knows nothing about. As far as they're concerned, anyone can do what we do. When you start asking the right questions, clients listen to what you have to say. It starts building trust, and it opens their eyes to something that they may have never even thought about before. It also gives you the opportunity to ask for things to happen that could potentially make the content better and justify asking for a bigger budget. They also usually work with a crew of people that are responsible for particular tasks on production days. For example, there could be a producer, a director, a DP, a grip team, someone managing the audio, an editor, and the list can go on and on. Three main benefits from this is when everybody has a role, you can focus on yours instead of trying to be everything all at once. The other thing is your time spent on a production is a lot more organized and the client saves a lot of money by keeping everything within the time frames allotted. An example of this is if you rent out a studio space. If there's an entire crew doing what they're supposed to be there doing, it helps to ensure that we finish everything that day. And finally, if you tell a client that you have a crew of 8 people versus just you, when you say your price is going to be $60K, it starts making a heck of a lot more sense to them. Production companies are more about solving the problem than just creating beautiful content. For example, a client reaches out and says they need a video created for their new product. Instead of getting excited and saying, oh yeah, we could definitely do that for you, and start talking about your day rates and equipment, they start asking questions about the product and who it's going to be sold to. They want to know more about how this video is going to help impact what the business is trying to do. Where you plan on posting it, so that when it's time to actually shoot it, it's fixing the problem. Finally, they tend to work with bigger brands and close larger budgets, mainly because of the reasons listed above. Once a production company gets on the phone with a client and starts asking questions that actually mean something, that client starts understanding that they are much more than just a guy that presses the record button. Okay, let's take a break real quick. Look down on my subscriber count, and if it's still under 10K, that means my giveaway is still live. I'll be giving away the Amaran 150C to one lucky winner. To enter is very simple. First thing you gotta do is subscribe to my channel. Second thing you want to do is find the link in my description and join the Filmmaker Pro mailing list. And that's it. You're done. You're entered. To increase your chances, just look at what can be done to add more entries. And if you're interested in learning more about Filmmaker Pro, everything you need is listed in the link as well. Good luck. For me, I was doing a lot of freelance solo camera operating jobs that honestly kept me very busy, but also underpaid and burnt out. I had very limited time for self-development and even less time for me. I honestly love shooting. Like, it brings me great joy taking everything that I've learned and just creating something that people love to watch and will be able to use to help whatever they got going on. I enjoy looking back at my work and just seeing how much I improved over time. I love learning and challenging myself to even just become 1% better the next time I do anything. If there was some magical way that all my bills would be paid and food would always be on my table, clothes always on my back, and a roof over my head, maybe be able to travel here and there, I would shoot everything for free. Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. You have to gain a particular set of skills and combine that with experience to earn money and create a life for yourself and the others you care for. So I had to say, is it worth it for me to run from one shoot to another and another and another to receive $500 each time? Or do I build a video production company and only work with clients that have a problem that me and my team can solve? And the way I looked at it, I would rather only work 2 50K projects for the year to make 100K rather than 200 at $500 per client to earn the same amount of money. And so far, it's been rough because my doors aren't exactly being knocked down by clients with 50K to spend every single time. And I'm forced to take on smaller projects or do spec work to build a portfolio that will appeal to the right clients and keep my bills paid. But there are a few major wins with this switch. I have much more time to plan and execute ideas or projects that I know are leading me in the right direction. I have slightly more time to spend with family and just be present with the people I care about. I'm slowly working with bigger budget clients and my efforts are much more appreciated. I said to myself at the end of 2023, I'm not going to be shooting anything again by myself. If the budget is too small to accommodate a second person, I just can't do it. I want to challenge myself and my team. And I want to be able to create content that makes my clients feel like they can't do another project without me. I want them to show their audience what we've done and feel confident and proud. This is why I decided to go the video production company route. And I mean, I already had all the equipment to make it happen, so why not? I'm interested in hearing more about your thoughts on this particular topic. Are you currently a videographer, a camera op? What do you do? Leave it in the comments below so we can get a conversation started. If this video helped you in any way, hit that subscribe button and like the video as well. I just want to say thank you for watching, and as always, remember to look, learn, and share. Take it easy, guys. Peace.